Hello students, welcome to yet another class of accountancy ISC class 12 chapter number 9 financial statements of companies. We have studied about the schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013, how to present various items in balance sheet of a company. In the previous lecture we discussed where the items are to be treated, that means their heads and subheads. Today we are going to start the next topic, that is presentation in the balance sheet. But before that we will revise what we studied in the previous lecture with the help of illustration number 17. So how will you show the following items in the balance sheet of a company? Provision for doubtful debts. So what will be the head of provision for doubtful debts? Current liabilities. And what will be the subhead? Short term provision, isn't it? Current liabilities will be the head and short term provision will be the subhead. Money received against share warrants, where it will be treated? It will be treated under shareholder funds. And will there be any subheads? No, there won't be any subheads. Then checks, drafts in hand, yes, they are current assets and shown under the subhead cash and bank balance. Then bank overdraft, where it will be treated? Bank overdraft, it's a current liability and it's a short term borrowing, so subhead will be short term borrowings. Then deferred tax liability, it's a non current liability, it is a head itself, and deferred tax asset is a non current assets, isn't it? And it don't have any subhead, isn't it? Then the next one is computer, it's a fixed asset, tangible assets, so the head will be non-current asset. Remember, the head will be non-current assets and the subhead will be fixed assets, tangible. Okay. Then computer software, it's a non-current assets and it's a intangible assets. Then building, it's a tangible assets and the head is non-current assets. Then building under construction, it is also a non-current assets and treated as capital work in progress under fixed assets. Okay, so here is the solution, you can just go through it. Okay, this illustration is your from illustration number 17 of your book. Okay, now you have to present the items as per the schedule 3 in illustration number 18. See, from the list of following assets and liabilities, prepare balance sheet of the companies as per schedule 3, part first. Okay, this is part first. What is part second? Statement of profit and loss account. Clear? So now we are going to see the presentation in the balance sheet. Okay, see, this is horizontal format and it is not correct. We have to pass the items as per schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Okay, now you know what are the heads and subheads. You draft the balance sheet first and then notes to account, because the amount you have to calculate in notes to account. So first you draft the balance sheet as it is, because the students who have learned the items, then they can make the format of the balance sheet. Only the challenge will be calculation of the amount which is to be shown in the notes to account. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I am going to write where it will be treated. Now sundry creditors, where it will be treated? Current liabilities, yes or no? As trade payables. Then securities premium, reserves and surplus. Then interest on debenture, other current liabilities. Authorized share capital will be shown separately, isn't it? It will be shown in share capital, not required for the balance sheet purpose. Then subscribe capital, this is required, it will be shown share capital amount. Okay, so 7,85,000. Okay, so how we will show it? Subscribe and fully paid up capital, unsubscribe but not fully paid up capital. Is this clear? So 75,000 is subscribe and fully paid up capital, and 5,000 shares are subscribe but not fully paid up capital. Then statement of profit and loss account, where it will be treated? Yes, reserves and surplus. 6% debentures, long term borrowings. Okay, then bills payable, trade payables under current liabilities. Then cash at bank and cash in hand, where it will be treated? Current assets as cash and bank balance. Then investment, nothing is mentioned, then we will treat it as non-current investment. Preliminary expenses, it is to be written off. From where? Either from securities premium or statement of profit and loss account. Loans and advances to staff, yes, it is current assets, short-term loans and advances. Then goodwill, it is an intangible assets, it will be treated after tangible assets under non-current asset. Building, it's a non-current asset, tangible. Plant and machinery, how this is to be shown? So building 6 lakh and plant and machinery 5,94,000. We have to show entire this amount. Okay, but in balance sheet only 5,94,000 will be shown. Then inventories 10,000, it's a current asset. Debtor is also current asset, this will be shown 1,74,000 entirely will be shown in the balance sheet. Okay, entirely 1,74,000 will be shown, and this provision will be shown on the, yes, equity and liability side. Under which subhead? Short-term provisions. Is this clear? And what will be the head? Current liabilities. Then furniture is a fixed assets. Okay, so this is the presentation of the balance sheet. Share capital, reserve and surplus, nothing is mentioned about this. As I told you, it's not important. This head is also not mentioned. How this amount came will be shown. No amount will be shown in the previous year because only 1 year balances are given. So how this is to be shown? How? Okay, this is a format, and see here it is notes to account. Now this is very important. Is this clear? See, authorized capital will be shown separately. Then issued capital not required. Subscribed and fully paid up 75,000 shares of rupees 10 each, 7,50,000. Then subscribed but not fully paid up capital 5,000 of 10 each, less calls in arrear. This is, you have to show it properly. Okay, this is notes to account, it is very important for you. Okay, and 12 mark question comes in this manner only. They give the balance sheet and you have to redraft it as per Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013. Then see reserves and surplus, how they have mentioned securities premium, less preliminary expenses, and add surplus. Okay, then long term borrowing 6%, debentures, trade payables, bills payable, and sundry creditors, adding both of them and showing here. Then other current liabilities, interest on debentures, short term provision for doubtful debts. Okay, so isn't it beneficial? So you need to have a pencil so that you can write in the question itself where the items is to be treated. so that there is no confusion and the question consume less time in the examination. You need to have a thorough practice of the balance sheet as per the schedule. Is this clear? Then tangible assets, as I told you, building, plant and machinery, less depreciation, and furniture. These three is to be added, and entire 12,08,400 will be shown as tangible assets. See in the balance sheet. See, fixed assets, tangible assets and intangible assets. Tangible assets, and this is intangible assets. There was only one intangible assets, goodwill. Then investment was treated as non-current investment, as nothing was mentioned in the question. Okay. Then trade receivable, we were having only debtors. Then cash and bank and cash in hand treated as cash and bank balance, and loan to staff was short-term loans and advances. Okay, this is 95,000. So this is the explanation of the balance sheet. Okay, so you have to draft both nicely and in the manner given. Okay, you cannot treat item here and there. It is to be treated under same heads and subheads under which it will fall. Okay, so this is the solution. Same way, illustration number 19, this is your homework. Illustration number 20, also your homework. You have to draft the balance sheet, okay, with notes to account. So again, illustration number 23. The following balances are left on the books of 5-Star Fashion Limited after its profit and loss statement has been prepared for the year ended 31st March 2018. So this is the balance sheet. Now it was resolved that the general reserve be increased to 2,50,000. A dividend of 8% on equity share capital and 10% on preference shares capital be proposed. This is proposed dividend. Okay, do one thing, you do up to illustration number 22. This illustration I'll tell you in the next lecture, and one more illustration, then our chapter will be completed. Okay, so up to illustration number 22 is your homework. Okay students, bye bye, take care.